Hi, I'm Yasmin Fernandes and I welcome you to my world of cooking in What's Cooking Man? To choose your subtitles, go to the upper right hand corner to the setting button and switch on the captions and choose your language. Hi everyone, today we are going to make the famous Goan sweet Chana Doce. This is so delicious and yummy, and believe me, it's really easy to prepare. So let's get on with the ingredients. I have taken 1 cup of chana dal which I had soaked for 3 hours, and after that we'll be taking a little salt, just a pinch, 1 tablespoon of ghee and 3/4 teaspoon of cardamom powder. Also 2 cups of sugar, granulated sugar, and 2 cups of freshly grated coconut and 1 cup of water to pressure cook the dal. First, let's drain the water off and we will now add the chana dal to the cooker. In this, we will add just a little salt, about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and the 1 cup of water which I had mentioned. Just 1 cup is required, and we'll put on the lid, put on the whistle, and pressure cook the dal for 3 whistles till it becomes nice and soft. Whilst the dal is being made, we will now grind the coconut. We have to grind the coconut without using any water. Please remember, no water for grinding this coconut. So on a pulse mode, we will grind the coconut. Use pulse mode so that the coconut gets ground beautifully. There, can you see? It's really ground well. We'll just give it a little more, 2 or 3 pulses, and there our coconut should be ready. Wonderful. Can you see how lovely the coconut has been ground? Now keep that aside and let's get back to the dal. This is the 3rd whistle, and we will now allow the dal to cool a bit, and then we will open the cooker. As you can see, the dal is done beautifully well. Just press 1 or 2 bits and see. There, can you see? It's boiled so well. Now we will mash the dal. Now this can be done in 2 or 3 ways. You can either use a sieve like the one I am using, or you can even grind it in the mixer, which is faster. And you can also use that typical little machine which they have to grind the puran poli dal. You can even use that. Anyways, I am doing it in the sieve. So just mash it well till all of it passes nicely through the sieve. Do this whilst the dal is hot. It will go much faster. Our dal is now mashed really well, and we will now add all the other ingredients as well to the kadai. Remember, you have to use a vessel which has a heavy bottom. Now, to this dal, we will add the 2 cups of granulated sugar. Just mix the dal with the sugar a little, and then also add in the 2 cups of finely grated coconut. Mix everything really well. Just mix it up, and then on a very low flame, we will be cooking our doce. So, we'll put the pan on the stove, and on a really low flame, we will now cook our doce. Keep stirring continuously. You do not want it to stick to the bottom. At first, you might find it a little thick, but as the sugar melts, the doce will now become quite runny. As you can see, the sugar has melted, and now with continuous stirring, we will keep cooking our doce till it comes to the correct consistency. This will take around at least 15 to 20 minutes. At this point, once it thickens a bit, add in the cardamom powder and give it a nice mix. The cardamom gives a very good flavor to the dose, but you can even skip it if you don't like cardamom. Now keep cooking and also add in the tablespoon of clarified butter, that is ghee, and give that a good mix as well. Can you see it gives a lovely shine to our dose? Now keep stirring patiently till the dose thickens to the right consistency. You will know that the consistency is right when you take a small drop onto a plate and then roll it between your hands, and it will form a nice ball which will not stick to your fingers. Also, the dose will leave the pan very nicely. In the meantime, grease a thali with some ghee and keep. Our dose is now ready. As you can see, the consistency is perfect, and you just pour it into this grease thali, and using a little clarified butter, just flatten it out. Very little ghee is needed at this point. Just spread it on top, and then using a spatula, just layer it nicely. Yeah, just spread it out smoothly and nicely so that there's no creases on top. There, lovely. Just patiently flatten it out nicely and then leave it to cool for at least about 2 to 3 hours till it firms up really nicely. Now let's keep it to cool. This dose is so delicious and so easy to make. You must try making this sweet for Christmas this time. The dose has now cooled nicely, and we will now cut the pieces. You can cut whatever shape you want. You can have it in squares or diamond shape. I'm going to cut little squares. Also, you can even put some dose in a separate small little steel plate and make the round molds. So the shape is entirely up to you. This recipe is really easy, so do share it with your family and friends and let me know in the comments how you liked it. And of course, do like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon. There, our pieces are ready and we will now put them in a plate. The dose has turned out so delicious. I can't tell you, really, it's really yums and it's nice and soft and lovely to taste. So do try this recipe. And as always, thank you so much for watching.